Hello, 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 everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. And welcome to today's messages of love from above. Hope everyone had an amazing week. And we're going to get started here in just a moment. Before we do that, let me just get my desktop all set up here and we will get started. Just running a little behind. So, don't know what happened. It just things just went very, very fast this morning. So thank you guys. Let me just rearrange some stuff here. All right, we're good. And let me just break out the chat here. All right, we're good there. Let's get that to live. Let's shrink the screen down so I can fit everything. All right. Think we are set. Hey, hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Good to see everybody. Yeah, absolutely. You can definitely join. We all you have to do is be subscribed and throw down your question in chat for the free. We'll talk about that here in a moment. But before we get started, let's send some love out to the world because we know the world can definitely use it. Always, right? So whether you're watching live or on replay, we can join together in sending the love out to the world. And so I'm just going to take a big deep breath and come back to right here, right now. Let all the future and past go. Let all the outside world fall away for a moment as we breathe in deep. Maybe just like breathe in for a count of 4, hold it, actually breathe in and hold it for a couple counts and then release it as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Beautiful. Amazing what a deep breath can do. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit the singing bowl like 3 times and just imagine that beautiful unconditional love from above falling down into our hearts like the bowl, filling it up and then overflowing out to the world. So here we go. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me in doing that. Just let that continue to sing out back there. I don't know about you, but I felt like someone was pressing on my third eye just over and over and over again, like this pressure. I love it. All right. Hey, everybody. Good to see you. Good to see you. So before we get into all the readings, I just want to make sure everyone knows. Let me see here. We just put out a pilgrimage meditation this week, and all these things are free here. We went actually and visited through meditation Uluru, which is a giant rock in Australia. Beautiful meditation, and there's a pick a card for that, asking, what does the sun reveal as it shines upon your life? So you can check that out. We also, of course, had a Libra full moon lunar eclipse on Monday, still impacting us. But here's a pick a card for that, and it talks about how to make the most of full moon energy. And because we're in the middle of here of like a kind of an eclipse portal, because eclipses impact us 4 to 6 weeks before and 4 to 6 weeks after, and in between the lunar eclipse and then the solar eclipse, there's like this portal. And this talks about how we can make the most of eclipse energy. And there's actually, of course, a pick a card for that too, if you are interested. And we had a new podcast episode come out. I do have a weekly podcast called From Chaos to Cozy. And that episode that came out is about the power of choice. So you've got all those things are free. And of course, last week we had the equinox start. So here is a special pick a card for that too, which has a 3-month forecast for each individual zodiac sign. So that's the playlist. So you can go check that out. And lastly, well, maybe almost lastly, we've got Aries season started. That's what happens at the equinox in March. And so happy birthday to all you Aries sun babies out there. There's a special bonus 3-month reading for you and for everyone else. There's a pick a card. So if you have an Aries in your life, forward them the link to that and tell them happy birthday from their bruddaZEN. And lastly, we got a couple days left. Can you believe we're almost to the end of March already? I had put out life purpose readings, and they're half off until the end of this month. So if you check that link out, it'll tell you what's included in all of those. So I think that's the main things I'm going to talk about. I know that's a lot, but I like to share all the free things that I'm offering. So those are that. So boom, boom, boom. I think it was everything. So if you're new to my channel or new to these readings, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. And how it works, free readings, we go down in order, first come, first serve through the chat. There's no special list. The chat is the list. You just put your question out there and I move down the list. If you don't want to put your business out there, you can just ask for a general reading, Spirit knows, and we'll pull cards for that. Yeah, but if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange. This is how I make my living. So I do honor that energy exchange. I step outside of the free readings, prioritizing those. I dive deeper, meaning I pull more cards for those as well. And then once I'm done, I return back and move down the list. I think that's it. Going to be using 2 different tarot today. In case you're looking here, we got the Sufi tarot and the Craft Cards Tarot. So I'll be bouncing back and forth between those, and I got a ton of Oracle. I got some Lover Oracle cards and some Timing Oracle cards that, and Angel number cards. So I'll be seeing where Spirit asks me, might make you guys a guinea pig and see how these timing, because I know we always want to know time. We can see what comes in those too. So excited. All right, let's get into it. So I think I'm going to start here with the craft cards. So let me shuffle those real quick here. And shout out, hey Alice, welcome. You're one of my new Praying Mantis members. I noticed that this morning. So welcome. Thank you so much for becoming a monthly member. And if anyone else is interested, you can see my YouTube members. Their name are in green with a little badge that comes with that, and that also helps me offer the free content. So shout out to you. And after each one of these sessions, I do have an hour session with my Praying Mantis members. So if you're able to make it there, I'll tell you more about the Praying Mantis membership too. So welcome. Good to see you. All right. So let's get started here. And yeah, Ricky, great. I do see your Cash App. So we will get you in the mixed here. So we'll start off here at the top. Mia, hello. Thank you so much for your donation. So let's start there. Let's give that some love and a like. And let's get into it. Good to see you. Happy weekend to you too. You want to ask the current feelings and thoughts of F about you and everything you confessed. All right. Let's take a look here and see what's going on here. All right. Let's see what all we have happening. Well, it doesn't look like bad at all. These two cards came out together first, which you have the King of Pentacles and the Two of Wands. The King of Pentacles is abundance, overflowingness, success, victory. It's a very positive card to get there and very grounded individual. And the Two of Wands is the power of the energy as well. So I like that, because when we're asking, how other people are feeling, what's going on with them and all that, that's all happening over there. That there's nothing you can do a whole lot with what's going on over there. All you can do is focus on your energy because whatever you focus on is what you experience, right? That's what this Two of Wands comes in for you to, this message of, they're very solid in it. It looks like here that there's solid movement in the outside world. You got the King of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, which I'll show you here in a sec. So there's this energy of solidity and movement forward, but it feels very grounded. It feels very Taurian. Um, it's almost like Knight of Pentacles. There is progress and movement forward and victory, but it's a solid foundation, which is what we want. We want, things that are built slowly last a long time. Things that are built quickly fall apart quickly too. So we like the progression that comes in with this coming in here. You sent your letter? Ooh, on the night of the eclipse. Ooh. I like it. So, we've got this, energy of focusing on your energy. What you focus on grows and expands. And so what you experience is going to be based on your energy. Regardless what's going on over there in that camp, this is going to be your experience. So if you focus in on gratitude and joy and laughter and the higher vibration, that's what will draw towards us. Gratitude, 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 right? If we focus on what I fear, I wonder what what if this happens? What if that happens? What if they don't do this? What if they don't do that? We're feeding that and then that grows, right? So, there is this energy that comes in here. And you have the Eight of Wands, which is a ton of flow of energy that comes in with all of this. So, again, and even with the Three of Wands, it's like this is the bottom of the deck, this one, which is you focusing your energy. Where are you focusing it? Changing the focus, because that's what brings in all of the solidity and the movement in the outside world. But um, no matter what's happening out there, we we see how the world through our eyes and what's going on with us. It was funny. I read this Facebook post this morning, and it blew my mind because I'm like, it's so true. Because they said they were reading this book where someone was going crazy because they realized no one really knew who they were, but they expanded on it where the gist of the book was like, that everyone you meet creates a version of you in their head that doesn't match anyone else's. Your mom, your dad, your siblings versus someone that you just walk past in the street versus your coworkers, your friends, whoever it may be. We create versions in our head. So we don't even know what people's version of us is in their head. It definitely doesn't probably match the one in our head we have for ourselves, because we've got so much time with us. But even that, we don't know if this version in our human mind is who we are. So it's like, yeah, right. And all you can deal is in here. So if I fear that of their actions, guess what? I'm drawing those actions to me for my experience. My energy controls my experience. And I feel like that's what they're really bringing in here with all of this, because we've got, the Eight of Pentacles is movement forward, but it's about, changing mindsets. The Queen of Swords here, whoops, which is she balances the head and the heart. It's all the progression. The Four of Pentacles even tells us here, and it's funny because the big thing the King of Pentacles teaches us is the Four Pentacles journey. It's one of the things they learn, that when we're defining ourselves by the outside world, you know, we feel unstable. That's what the king learned, because he's gone through the entire suit of pentacles, and he realized that when he defined himself through um, relationships, situations, or things, all of those things are unstable, and those are what make us, feel unstable in ourselves, when we base our worth on all of that. But when we get tired of that and we turn inward and upward, that's where we find self worth, where outside world is retail price. And so when we find our, pricelessness by inward and upward and connecting to that eternal, unconditional love, those are solid things, right? Eternal, never ending, unconditional, can never lose it, solid. Conditional world, fickle, unstable, temporary out there, right? And so when we realize that and we bring the importance of our worth inward and upward, then the outside world does take on a uh, different view in our minds and our experiences, because rather than us expecting it to make us feel a certain way and it falling short, when we fill up from the inside, then we're overflowing. Anything people give us into the outside world is above and beyond extra. So we're not so needy of it. We want it still, but we don't need it. We're not impacted by it because we're already full from the inside. I call that retail price. The outside world, what we view our worth is to others, is retail. And if you know retail, sure, some things are at full price, but most things end up on that blue light special Kmart clearance rack, or donated to Goodwill, or something. And so I like this energy that's coming in here. But I feel like, um, that your spirit team is taking the opportunity to go, their feelings, their thoughts, and even their current feelings. Um, it'll change. It's unstable. It will constantly move and alter anyway. So they're like, enjoy what for you, for who you are, and look for what you're looking from them, from yourself. And I feel like that's, a big piece of what they're wanting you to know right now. And it's like, I want to know what's going on over there. They're like, no, none of your business. Look in here. Which is your spirit guides. Let's pull an angel number here for you to see what we got here. Your spirit guides are being sassy today. All right, let's take a look here. So, angel number, what angel number do you have? All right, it's this one right here. Yeah. So you got card 1919. I know it doesn't focus on these for some reason, but it's cycles, karma, warning, judgment, influence, power, cycles, changes, rebirth. And it says karma will be paying you a visit. Release the need to control, because you cannot force things. Learn your lessons so that they don't repeat in the future. Make some space for new experiences. Yeah. So yeah, everyone feels emotions every moment. So definitely there are emotions. Um, the Eight of Wands is more passion ignited. And the Pentacles, all that Pentacles energy, it does feel like you know, this energy of, I don't want to say not temporariness, but slow foundation. I feel like they aren't someone who just jumps into something with all these pentacles, and I feel like it just goes at a slow rate. Um, so I feel like they have this spark within them, but I don't feel like there's someone that just leaps at stuff and goes, "Oh my gosh," They're like, "Okay, that's good information, and I'm gonna sit with that," But I feel like they have, this, Wands energy is energetic and physical attraction and passion ignited, but all of that pentacle suit is so grounding. It's like a lightning bolt hitting something, but it just there's a lightning rod that just takes the energy and the impact away, if that makes sense. Okay, yeah. So that's what's coming in there, but I feel like that's what Spirit is saying. Bring it all back into here because things are gonna go slow on purpose for you to raise your, your inner vibration, so I like it. Glad that resonates. Alright, and that's what they have for you, Mia Mia, so thank you, my dear, for your donation, and, many blessings to you. Alright. And then up next, we got Swaroop Bobby. Thank you, Swaroop. Let's give that some love and a like since it lets me, and you just want to know who is this person you met? CH, are they interested in you or in love with you? All right, let's refresh the cards here and let's see what we have here. So, what does Spirit want you to know around this? CH. All right, got those and those two, and that one. All right. All right, let's see what we have going on here. All right. So, I they're an option for you, which is interesting because you got the 2 of Pentacles coming out in the middle, which for me, it can be different things, but it's really coming through here about, these 2 choices. And because 2 cards came out and then 1 card and then 2 cards, and then they kind of have this other card off on the side. But on one side, it's like you're gonna have 2 individuals that are gonna be presented in your life as like a choice of relationship, right? And on one side, you got someone who slow moving with the Knight of Pentacles, someone very grounded, but they're very slow in movement. And the Page of Swords is someone this is someone that's like younger and outside of your norm. You got pages, which are the out of the 4 royals, it's the younger one. And the Knight of Pentacles, the knight versus who you have the king on the other side, which will show you in your sex. So you've got the knight who's the younger as well, and then the king who is older than the knight. So I feel like you have this someone who is like, well, that's not normally who I would go for because the Page of Swords is you thinking outside of your supposed tos and shoulds and need tos, your type, and you're like, well, this is interesting because you do. On one side, you've got the knight, and on the other side, you have the king. And so on this side, you've got the King of Pentacles with the Chariot that come in, the power of choice. And, this is this more I would say more, of course, it's more mature relationship. The knight is more, I think less experienced in life and more, they take their time with stuff with that Knight of Pentacles energy, but they also are, um a little more rambunctious in a way, a little more risk taking than the King of Pentacles, because they've really learned their power of choice and have learned their life lessons where they know what they feel like they should or shouldn't do, and etc. So you've got these 2 individuals that are coming in here, and um, and you'll know which one CH is. Are they like, because I feel like they're older than you, and then someone is younger than you. And both of them, I don't, you know, feel like there's this, the Chariot card is Cancer sign, which is emotion too. So there's a lot more emotion in the younger feels more in their head. So if there is, depending on which one that this is that's coming in here for you, then that's their you know the one that's has emotional interest. The other one is it's like they're caught up in their head more than their heart, and the older one is more balanced and with their heart. The energy on the bottom of the deck, you do have the King of Cups, which the overall energy here is trying to find the perfect person. And the Hermit card is the other card that had come out, another major arcana, which is about stepping back and really understanding what it is that you want in this perfect person. Because we can get caught up, in our head about all the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos, the musts that are coming in with all of that, right? And they've got this um, you know, kind of reflection time, step back, see things from this higher perspective. Uh, why do I want that? Where does this come in? Is this something that was given to me all my life of, influenced by family and society and books and movies and blah blah blah. But what does my heart really want? And clearing away a lot of those things too. So I feel like there's options coming in here, and so if this person, if CH is older than you, then I feel like they do have emotion for you, and then but I feel like you're also going to have this knight, this younger person come in that's more in their head than their heart, and you're going to be faced with like, wait a minute, what is it that I truly want? And this like choice is what triggers this inner reflection of, I don't, huh, now do I want them because it's what I've been told, or what is it? So I like this reflection that's coming in here for you, but that's option. So hopefully that makes sense. So that's what they have there for you, Swaroop. Hey, everybody. All right, welcome everyone. And I see all your question there. As I don't know how to pronounce your name, Vogue. I do go down in order, first come, first serve for the free readings. Right now, I'm going through. This is for everyone new coming into. I do honor the donations first, so I step outside of the free readings to complete those. So I won't be to yours for a while. So, and you don't. I see you've mentioned your question several times, so you don't have to mention it anymore. I see it. So, um, but we'll get to that eventually, sometime today. Mijan for about 2 hours. If I don't get to all the free readings, I generally come back in the afternoon to finish those out as well. All right. So thank you again, Swaroop, for your donation and hang in there on that wonderful adventure. Yay, Alice. Yes, you are up. Thank you for your dual donations here. Let's give the first one some love and a like there. Again, welcome to the Praying Mantis membership. And so you just ended things with Harris, okay, and you're wondering if he misses you. He is, but he's reloading. No, I'm just kidding. Can't really say that these days. It's an old joke from the olden days. All right, let's just shuffle these up and we'll find out what's going on here. And if he will come back, how is he doing without you? Okay, I get it. Yeah, and just to give everyone an idea of the reading, so I'm on Alice, and then I'll do this Alice's second question, and then Sue Rifu, and then Ricky, and then HTTPS, and then Natalia 23. And then I will start at the very top of the free readings and work my way down. There must be probably 20 free readings ahead of you before that as well. So it's going to be wow. All right. So, Alice, let's dig in here. So, you just ended things with Harris. And you're wondering, one, does he miss you? All right. And just how's he feeling generally without you? And will he come back? All right. So let's take a look here and see what we got going on. So let's start with your last question and work our way backward, because the bottom of the deck you have is the 9 of Pentacles. 9 is the Hermit's journey. This is you being independent and with yourself. And also, when I asked specifically, will he come back? You got the Queen of Pentacles, which the combination of these two together is about Mother Nature and Mother Nurture, nurturing yourself, being alone with yourself here. So I don't feel like he will come back. And I'm not surprised. I feel like they are not someone who goes backward. I just feel like they are in the time of their life where they're just moving forward, moving forward, moving forward. Does he miss you? He's got the 3 of Wands. He's looking at his options with the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is them, it's like their higher self drawing them upward in their life. And it's like there's this big questioning of where do they go next? What are they going to do with their life? Where are they heading off? And I just feel like it's like there's this energy, of moving forward, of, headed towards something new in their life. Even on the bottom of the deck after that, we've got the Hanged Man, which I feel like we've been talking about him before, that he's like in this, um, transformation, this change, this altering of their life anyway. And I feel like this just allows them, for this movement forward and to changing these different directions, right? So, we've got this energy here of they really don't miss people. They're all focused on them, and they're like, okay, that's out of my life. Where am I headed next? I don't feel like they're someone. It's usually it's like they bring it in as like a forest fire, where they head in these um they consume, they can't go backwards, they always move forward and go in those directions, right? So I feel like they're very focused on that. Your other question that you had, let's see here. Yeah, generally how is he feeling was your next question, and these two came out here. And you know I just feel like they're not very much into this with the 4 of Cups and the Ace of Cups. And there's this, you can even see here. I mean, here's the Ace of Cups that's being offered here. These are the cups of the outside world which aren't fulfilling to them. And when they think of you, they're not thinking about, I wonder how you're doing. When they think of you, and the emotions they have are about themselves, right? They're looking at them going, you know what? You know, um, these are the experiences I had. I haven't found happiness in the outside world because they're unhappy on the inside. That's all this transformation that they're going through here. So I don't feel like they're coming back, and that they are like a forest fire. I'm happy. I had this feeling of joy from your spirit guides going, yeah, this was, a mirror for you to see about things. And, it's you know, uh, a reflection for you to learn from it, and then you move forward, and reflect on what you learned during that, because it's like a match. It might have burnt you once, but you don't want it to come back and burn you again. They're the journey for them is to go forward and go a different direction, because you also have something new to coming in for your life as well. So, um, so that's what they have for that one. So hopefully that makes sense there, Alice. Um, yeah, I don't feel like you asked a little quick follow-up of, how does he think of you a lot, and does he see in his future? I don't think he doesn't go backwards, so he doesn't see you in his future. He just is like, okay, well, that didn't work out. Where do I go next? They don't do a whole lot of super reflection on themselves yet. They are more looking at this is what that transformation that's coming, though, because they more look at these things in the outside world aren't making me happy. I must need something else to make me happy. No. If you're unhappy in here, nothing out here is going to make you happy. He's eventually the fingers pointing is going to come back to him. He's going to go, "Oh, it's me." So right now, it doesn't fit with the energies that they have that. So, but there's something better in the future for you there, Alice. So hang in there. All right. So thank you for that donation. Greatly appreciate that. Let's give your second one some love and a like here. And then you want to know, what will your manager, oh yeah, Dan and Hassan, say to you in your performance review on Monday? Ooh, yay. Those are always fun. Let's take a look here. Let's see what Spirit wants you to know about what is coming your way on Monday. Right. All right. Let's see what we got here. Excuse me. All right. All right. Overall, we got start off with the 10 of Pentacles. It's very positive energy that's coming in with it. So I like it that they're going to point out a lot of things that you're doing well and that are, unfolding. And I feel like with this 10 of Pentacles, it feels like there'll be, some sort of raise involved with that too. The thing that to be aware of is I feel like they're gonna blindside you with some things, you know? So, we've got this, whoops, sorry, over here. It's all reversed on here. So we've got this, the, um, Tower card here, and the Tower card is this suddenness, right? And this is where the blindsided comes in. And they've got here, we've got the Knight of Swords and the Two of Wands. It's important for you to know that when you're, you know, whatever they're talking about, now that you know that there's gonna maybe be something where they're like, something we'd like you to work on is this, and it'll be the first time that you're hearing about this. And it's interesting because, you know, um, with being in management with my company, they always told us there should never be any surprises in a performance evaluation, right? They're like, that's not the time that you bring up, all right, there's something that I'd like you to work on. It's like, no, 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 no. That's for a one-on-one and whatever, right? So, that we have going on here. So just be aware that when you're, going through this performance evaluation, they're going to talk about a lot of good things. But I feel like there's something that kind of comes out of left field, if that makes sense, where they're like, what's happening? What's going on? I, you know, um, like, why are they telling me about this now? And so I like that, and maybe you can even, and it depends on, you have this power of energetic choice that's coming in here that, means that how you go about it, try to take a deep breath and just go, okay, just I don't know if that's, you know, I'm kind of uncomfortable that this is showing up in my performance evaluation when I haven't heard of this yet. And they're like, "Huh, you make a good point. Let's take that out," kind of thing. And so I feel like if you mention that kind of helps with that. So, again, the energy, it can either um, turn into a conflict here with the Five of Swords if you invest that energy. And it's interesting because you get to choose with the Ten of Wands. You can look at this Ten of Wands as, are you looking at the reward? Look at all the fruition they have, or are we looking at this as a burden, right? So, we've got that kind of energy. And then there's the Seven of Pentacles, which is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree, is the fruit. So, overall, just to summarize, we've got this, energy of They're gonna be talking about what you've done well. They're gonna, think that it's, "Oh, let's bring in, an opportunity for you to work on." If it comes in the form of a goal, okay, and then for next year, let's work on this to get to there. You're like, "Okay, that sounds good." As long as it doesn't impact your performance evaluation, good, right? But you get to choose, how you take what they're saying, and I feel like it's, if you take the high road with gratitude and, "Well, thank you for that. I will definitely look on that, and what do you think I could do to do that, and what kind of steps can I take?" And, I feel like focus on the gratitude because, I can feel the energy. You're a lot like me where if they said 100 nice things about what you've done and they mention one thing, that you'll super focus and over explode the one small thing, right? So focus on the big uns, focus on the wonderful things that are, coming in. And then look at this stuff as, you know what, this is their opinion and this is what they're asking of you. And you're like, okay, that's what I'll work on. Thank you. Don't look at it as a definition of yourself if you can. So that's what's coming in there for you. Hey, Vogue, if you could stop asking who's next and who I'm on, I will always say who I'm on. And when I start off, so if you pay attention to that, you'll see where I'm going. For free readings, I won't be for you for a while because I'm doing the donations first. So just so you don't have to be asking, and spamming the chat. If you can just wait for your turn, I'd greatly appreciate that. Okay. All right. You're welcome, Alice. So thank you very much. So now I'm going to be, I think, Reef. You said I could call you Reef. So Reef, you will be up next, and then Ricky, and then HTTPS. Those are the next couple that I'm going to be doing. So Reef, let's give that donation some love and a like, and thank you so much for your donation. You want to know um, Eddie's. So we want to know how Eddie's been feeling towards you, and if you'll hear from him today in regards to his birthday plans you have for tomorrow. All right, Aries and Aries, huh? All right, so let's take a look here. And how has he been feeling towards you? All right, take a look at that. And what else? Anything else about feelings? All right. And then, will you hear from him today about the birthday plans for tomorrow? That's funny. They're telling me in my head before I'm looking at the cards. Yeah, even on the bottom of the deck, we've got the King of Wands. And it's funny. Here's the celebration and the communication, and they got the Queen of Wands. All this fiery energy. They tend not to, you know, um, like, confirm things way in advance. I feel like you'll get confirmation with the Ace of Swords. I just don't know if you'll hear from them today. If it is, it's gonna be, like, late. "Oh, yeah, hey, about tomorrow." Especially if your plans are, like, in the morning, they'll do that. But if it's tomorrow night, you'll probably hear from them tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon. "Hey, so tonight," and you're just like, "Oh my god," especially if you're wanting, like, a lot of communication, right? So I definitely get that coming in there. So let's take a look here. Yeah, right. Yeah, he's definitely Aries energy. It's the baby of the zodiac. They're all about go, 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 look at that. And you're like, hey, come back. But let's take a look here and see thoughts that have been going on here or and feelings, right? Wow, there have been a transformation of those coming in here because his thoughts and around you have been changing in a positive way. We've got oh no, you had to cancel. Yeah, you're like, all right. And they'll be fine with that. That's how they are. They're used to, oops, I procrastinated. Oh, now I can't do that. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, they're used to that, so they don't get if they get upset, they get upset and then they're on to the next thing, right? They just, you know, say a profanity and then move on to the next thing. But for you, they have here with the 6 and the 8 of swords, these are movement of energies too. So it's they are becoming aware of their thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that would have kept them restricted and feeling trapped and bound before. And that's the flow away from these um, feelings and fears that they had, these, supposed to be's and should be's. So they're expanding their way of thinking. And I feel like the more that they interact with you, the more that they've really gone, wow, they like, puts you in, like, this box like, they have buckets, and they're like like, throw people into buckets. "Oh, that's the person they are." And as they get to know you, they're like, "Oh, no, I'm rethinking this. That's not you at all, and you don't fit in that bucket, and you don't fit in that bucket." And I like this because there's this movement from choppy waters to calmer waters, but all of this is flowing of thought in positive ways about you, and I like this because, there's this, like, "Thank goodness." Yeah. And I feel like they're kind of surprised and intrigued with you a bit because, I like that, that when someone assumes, "Oh, this is the kind of person they are," and then they're like, "There's so much more to you than I gave you credit for when I met you," and it's because, Aries, when they're on the lower expression of the sign, will jump to conclusions. They are very fast about, "Okay, let's just put it there," and you're like, "Wait a minute," Yeah. And there's Queen of Cups, a lot of emotion that are, roll below the surface. So there's a lot of, she rolls over the cups and gets a second portion of cup. She's the master of emotion. So there's a lot of emotion running below the surface, though I don't feel like you would get uh, privy of that because they have so much fire energy that you will experience, especially with an Aries, sun babies. You'll experience more of the passion first that comes in here, and that's what comes in, and um, and that flows and so you're going to get that physical and energetic attraction from them first. Emotions come later with them, and we even have the 4 of cups where this is the emotional stability. They're very much, the emotions are there, but they are, I would say, contained is probably a good word, because that's all kept there away from the fire. They're like, when after the fire is kind of calms down a little bit, then the emotions come out, which is interesting. Yeah, his heart is getting yeah, the good hands people. Yeah, yeah, and it doesn't hurt to text him, just, you know, uh, for your sake, it's okay to do, you know, but, don't expect, an immediate response or like, a fast, simple response like, "Hey, are we still on for tomorrow?" "Yes." "Uh, hello?" Because 'cause they're running around and going 100 miles an hour, right? Um, so if you have low expectations on the text response, on getting it later, or it not giving you all that you're looking for, what you can give them there. So so that's what they have there for you. Let's see, did we get all your question in there? Because you wanted to know. Yes, feelings towards you. The feelings are down below. Yeah, and there's a lot of passion, and that's where how they'll express themselves at this point in their life. They are the Knight of Wands. It's like if you look at a knight versus a king, a knight is all about the action and the movement and da da da. The king slows down and understands and when to bridle their passion and how to balance things. He's still in the out of balance where he's more into the fire than the other elements. So so that's what's coming in there for you. Yeah. It's all growth, right, Reef? It's just, it's like, you know what? When you realize every personality is different out there, we just realize when I have expectations, I'm the one that gets to feel disappointed. But if I just let all these expectations go on myself, then I can release everyone else from them too. And then there's more freedom that comes in with that. But it's the journey, right? All right. So that's what they have for you, Reef. Again, thank you so much for your donation. Enjoy the birthday celebration. And yeah, absolutely. Yeah, right. Yeah, sooner than later would be good. I know I'm a Capricorn rising, so I see the world through organization and all that. So my friends know if you're gonna contact me and say, "Hey, do you have any time today to go do something?" No. Very, very rarely will I want to do something spur of the moment. They know I need a week advance to prepare. So it's funny. All right. So many blessings to you. Thank you again for your donation. All right. The struggle is real. I know. All right. And then Ricky, you were up next. Thank you for your donation over on Zcash app. And you wanted to know here. So you just quit your job today. Yay. High five. And they weren't giving you what you wanted. They said, if you want to come back, you can. But do you get the job at Lab Ally? They pay more. If so, how soon will they start me? Okay, let's take a look here and see. Well, that's good. That shows that you are a great employee, that they want you to, well, if you want to come back, you can. You're like, all right. But of course, people, wait, if they, it's like a prison, right? No, we can come back if you want. No, thank you. Why would I want to come back here? But it's good that you have a safety net anyway, right? Well, I like it for you. I do feel like that you do get the job offer because on the bottom of the deck you have the world card, which is victory, ending of old cycles, the beginning of a new adventure. So I like that. It might I got a lot of energy coming in here. Yeah, the Queen of Wands. And this does tell you as far as timing, this has to do with you because you've got the Knight of Pentacles, which is the slowest moving knight. And when you get like the Queen of Wands, who's an energetic powerhouse, next to the Knight of Pentacles, it's about things go slow for us to focus on our energy and to focus on where we're putting our intentions and things forward, right? And so when we look at our, am I focusing on what I'm missing, what I'm hoping for, what I hate, what I fear, then I grow that. Like if I want this job, if I'm focusing on, I want it, I want it, I want it, where our energy tells the universe, I really enjoy wanting something, not getting it, but wanting something. So this Queen of Wands, she rules with her Ace of Wands. She's like, she knows how to change her energy to focus on gratitude. What have you loved about all the jobs that you've had? What do you are grateful for that's in your life already? And even picturing this job going, okay, this job that I would like, if it's for my highest good, I'm grateful for you for bringing it to me. You can start thanking him already and thanking him for if there's something else even better for me, for bringing that to into my life, right? So gratitude, joy, celebration, higher vibration helps do that. And we definitely have that message reinforced here with the 10 of wands and the 5 of wands. So the 5 of wands is a change and transformation of your energy where you're investing it, and the 10 of wands is you know, uh, stopping an ending of where we're investing our energy and a reinvestment into something else, right? So that does support the endings and new beginnings of ending of a job and the beginning of a new one. But the timing has to do with you know what's going on inside of us and what choices we're making. When I'm focused on lower vibration, it slows everything down. When I'm focused on higher vibration, speeds things up, right? So I like that. You also, you've got the judgment card, which is your higher self up there, calling your human self down here to a higher place. So if you feel like that is this new job, then that is very supported there. There's kind of this underlying energy too of, you know, is that a job to help you survive? Because we can move from this energy in our life to from, let's see, how does it go? I live to work, or I work so that I can live. There's a difference. If I feel like, I'm only here to, slug stuff around to be able to have, that's all I'm living for, is to be like a slave, to be a worker. Whereas we look at our job as a source of income, to help us live our dreams, that changes the energy that comes around with that. So, yep, this is your read, Ricky. So, that is that, and I'm gonna also do a little experiment here. I've got the 2 decks. Um, yeah, work to live or live to work. I got 2 decks around timing that I've joined together, and you're gonna be, yeah, you can rewind and listen to the entire, reading there for you. And let's take a look here at timing. Those are so funny. So, when I was talking about timing, it's all about energy, and that's funny. This is them being funny, like within 2 years. So it could be like next week, or it could be up to 2 years depending on the energy that you're putting into um, to this. So, um, yeah, just if you rewind, you can listen to um, the entire reading there. Yeah, they're being funny because it's like it can be if we focus on our fears, we can slow stuff down. Because on the other side, they're like, it's just time. That's a human construct. They're like, we're eternal beings with many, many lifetimes. They're like, it's the lesson that's important, the experience that's important, not the outcome for them. So that's what's coming in there. So that is what they have there for you. So thank you again, Ricky, for your donation. I like it for you though. All right. And then up next, so we had Ricky, and then we've got HTTPS. Thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that a love and a like there. And then we've got Natalia, and then, hey, Love1234 will be after that. And then Jeeps123, and then Brenda, and then Jeeps again, and then Mia Mia. So those are the donations that are coming up, that I'm working on right now. And then once I'm done with that, if there's no other donations, I will go to the very top and start on the free readings from the beginning. So just to give you guys an idea. All right. So messages from your angels and spirit guides. Let's dive in here. Let's see what they have here for you. All right, so HTTPS, messages from angels. All right, so they want to say those are from the angels, and these are from the spirit guides, which your angels are kind of part of your spirit guides, but um, your angels are, like a subset. They're like, we want to speak first. And we're like, all right, we will. And then your guides. Yeah. All right. So on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Knight of Wands coming in here. So the energy for both of them that they're wanting to bring in here is definitely one of, boom, 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 that's happening, right? Um, so there's this movement forward, this energy, and I like this. So what your angels are saying is it's all about the self-love, right? The Ace of Cups. So this is like as you connect higher to the spiritual realm and your higher self, you become the chalice. You get to fill up and overflow and um, you know, um, allow that energy, allow the giving, allow yourself to receive. Because the three cards that they brought out together here, we've got the Three of Swords, which is the fear of being let down and the fear of, when you've trusted people in the past, they've let you down. But Spirit is saying, your angels are like, we will never let you down. We will always bring, and you can trust that we'll always bring, for your highest experience for you. There's some balancing coming in here. I like this with the Two of Pentacles. With this energy of giving and receiving, I really like this because um, they're letting you know things are unfolding in order. Things are unfolding on purpose for a purpose, and that sometimes we're moved into situations where we need to receive so that we can learn to receive, right? Which is interesting. And they're like, here's this Eight of Wands. There's going to be this flood of stuff that comes in for you, and there's a flood of energy that's available to you, but it's so much about sitting with how deserving do I feel of receiving things from the outside world, um, and things from the heavens through the outside world. And I like this energy because it is about things are going to move forward in a lot of way, that will, flood in and move forward, is a huge, piece of your life and this flowing forward. I like that you have 1, 2, 3 here. Ace of Cups, 2, 3, all things unfolding in order. But a big piece of all this energy flooding in is it is important for you to not um, hold on and not resist these things. That receiving is a huge thing. Don't resist receiving. Wow. And that's a nice thing. No, 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 I don't deserve that. They're like, just put your hands out and take it. I like your angels. Your spirit guides, it's interesting because in a way, just because of the way this comes in here, you got it. Just like this reminds me, even though this is the Queen of Swords, that's like a one. Here's a two. Here's a three. And again, there's this, um, balancing of your heart and your head coming in here, allowing you to see, that you have these choices that you can make in the outside world. But it's so important here with the Empress, who is about new birth, who is about abundance, who is about nurturing and self nurturing, that you allow things for yourself. You allow yourself to be full. You allow yourself to be given to. It's really this energy between them all here. And it's like they're going, just put your headphones on. The angels and your guides, they're speaking in stereo for the same thing, letting you know that you deserve, to receive this abundance. You do receive, you deserve to receive this movement forward, these blessings, but it's so much about you feeling, yeah, even the bottom of the deck underneath the other card. Wow, yeah, is the Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, all this abundance, all this new things that are coming in here, for for you. So I like it. It's and I might have mentioned before, I got a video on my Take 10 with Zen. It's about the Six of Pentacles. It's episode 5. I'll grab the link here in a sec. But it is about our out of balance giving and receiving. And that can keep us from receiving blessings in our life and allowing things to come in, right? Um, so here's the link, and that if anyone that resonates with, you can check that out too. But episodes 4 is about energy, but episode 5 is what I feel like this is the energy for that. So that is what they have for you, HTTPS. I like it. They're like, give me your hands. No, I don't want any. No, I don't deserve it. They're like, give me your hands and put them together. We're going to pour stuff in there. and so I like that. So that's what they have. And again, thank you so much for your donation. I love their energy. All right. Let's see here just real quick. You are very welcome. Yeah, Jeep, I do see 4. So you have 3 and then someone slipped in and then you have another one. So I do see 4 for you. And Ateshi, yeah, for everyone that with the free readings, if I don't get to them in this session, if I have enough donations that I don't get to the free readings, I generally will come back on after I go to my praying mantis session for an hour or so and eat, and I have an errand to run. I'll come back in the afternoon um, and finish out most of the free readings. I usually have, in the past, finished them all. It just depends on how many I have, but I should be able to get to them all. Okay. So great question. I'm sure it was on the mind of many people. All right. So after HTTPS, let's see. So you came in at 11:19. Okay, so we got Natalia, 23. You are up, and then Love 1234, and then we'll begin the Jeeps. All right. So Natalia, thank you so much for your donation. Let's give that some love and a like. And you want to know, Travis the Leo, will he come to your date tomorrow? He better. We're gonna go on a road trip, Natalia. We're gonna go take care of him. No, we're not revenge. We're not vengeful. There just better be a very good reason. All right, so let's take a look here. Tell us about this date tomorrow. Okay. All right. All right. you know, so we've got the Tower card here, which is suddenness. We've got the Two of Cups, so I like that because that is here's the date, here's the relationship between the two of you. We have the King of Cups too, which the King of Cups is this, you know, balancing of the head and the heart, and also there's this energy of that they're very compatible. This Tower card here, it does feel like there might be a delay, and I feel like they might call you and say, "Oh my god, I had an emergency, I'm running late," kind of thing. So I feel like they're still gonna be there, and things are still going to, the date will still happen. I just feel like there might be something that happens tomorrow. Yeah, because I feel like when they contact you, this is oh no, this is the disappointment feeling, right? But then they're like, no, 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 I still want to do that. It just might be like an hour or two later, if that's okay. And so I feel like there's an alteration of the timing and maybe the location, because maybe what you guys were planning on doing either requires reservations or closes, or it will be too close to the closing time or something along those lines. But I feel like they definitely still want to get together, but they truly have an emergency. They're not just making stuff up. because I don't feel like there's this, are they Leo? Yeah, because here's the Leo energy. I love the strength card coming in. And, we definitely have the 9 of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. This is abundance and overflowingness here. This is a little bit about being alone in the um, outside world together with this coming in. So I don't know if you're planning on going out for somewhere. It might end up being something more a bit different than you guys were anticipating and going, but I definitely feel like this is a positive thing. Just when you first get that and goes, oh my god, I had an emergency, or like, oh, he's canceling, and he's like, no, 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 I'm not canceling. It's delayed, right? Oh, he canceled your date on Thursday. Yeah, so he definitely doesn't want to you know um cancel again, and that's why I feel like he's so like, I I I just whatever's going on in his life, it just is like, it's like a tornado going on around him, and he's trying to, you know and I feel like this is not normally them. I feel like they're normally like very punctual, very, but whatever this blast that's happened in their life is just throwing them for a loop. And I feel like Thursday is when whatever has hit the fan, and they were like, "Oh my god, I'm going to be such a horrible." He canceled many times. Yeah, I just feel like, this is the one where he's like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." And I just feel like it's not him normally. Um, that whatever's happening in his life, it just kind of like, I'm going to be in not a good place, and I don't want to, you know put my worst foot forward, but he's realizing me canceling all the time is also doing that. So I got to make this work. So I feel like there might be some delays, but I do feel like there's this, you know, with this energy coming in, that they do show up. Um, they just might need to rearrange time or location, and so, but you can always cancel on him too. You're like, "You know what? Uh, that's okay. Don't worry." Turnabout is fair play, right? Well, it's just Friday, right? So he said he's gonna get together tomorrow, right? Well, let me see here. I'm gonna pull a Lover's Oracle card here for you too. These are new, so you guys are being my guinea pigs. I wanna see, how they Yeah. Yeah. You know, so this is them, this is their energy. I wish I could be a different person, you know? And I feel like that's what's going on in their life right now. They're just like, "What has happened to my life? I wish I could be a different person." So they definitely are going through some stuff with all of this that's coming in here. So based on their current energy, I do feel, yeah, I wonder here, I got the devil card that popped out. I wonder if he's going through his Saturn return. So his life is being shaken, 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 and that would make sense with all this too. I know. Well, hang in there, Natalia. All right, let us know what happens. See if do I need to get out my voodoo doll? I'm just kidding. I don't do voodoo dolls. Just jokes, just jokes. All right, my dear. Many blessings. Thank you again for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. And then love 1234. You are up. Hello. Thank you so much for your donation. I'm doing great. I hope you're doing well. All right. You said for question one, yes, you know that they have internal issues, but you want to know the reason, racism, etc. It's too much. Okay. All right. Internal, like internal within them. All right, so let's take a look here, and then after Love 1234, we'll go into Jeep. You have three, and then Brenda, and then Jeep's fourth one, and then Mia Mia. All right, and then I think that would be it. All right, let's give these a shuffle. So you have 4 questions. So your first question is, why do they have an issue? And so mean. All right, let's take a look here. So what's going on with them? We'll look at that. And then number 2, when, okay, it's those. And then will it be within writing or production? Whoa, cards flying out. Butterfingers. So writing or production. And then what do we see for April for you? All right. Another space here. This will be April. This one right here. In the bottom of the deck. All right. So what is going on with these senior level directors? Okay. Yeah, we've got here the Eight of Swords and the Death card are 2 cards that came out together. You have 2 others too for them. But, we've got these, there's this, of course, fears, a lot of these Eight of Swords and the Death card is endings, right? And endings and beginnings, but the combination of these two is they have a lot of fear. I don't know if their company, if it's, um, they got a lot of pressure, a lot of fear about it closing, it not being profitable, it failing, and they've got a lot of pressure on them to make things happen. And I feel like they're just getting a lot of stuff that's coming down to them. And so, you know, um, they've got a lot of this, we know when humans are in fear, we do stupid stuff, right? When we're in fear, we bump out intelligence, we bump out compassion and love, and we're like a 2-year-old, mine, rah, 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 rah," kind of stuff. And so a 2-year-old, when they're scared, especially if they're scared you're going to take their toys, they hit and they're mean, right? And this is the energy that's coming in. So there's a lot of fears that are below the surface that are going on here. And we do see here with the 3 of Cups and the Emperor that's coming in here too. They're really trying to control the crowds. They're really trying to, you know, and it's interesting with these cards coming in because joy, it's like, no, happiness of their employees is not what they're wanting. They're wanting to be in control. And the difference is, let's talk about this real quick because when a loving emperor is in charge, the people love them and the employees are joyful and full of joy. When an emperor, even an emperor that is a loving emperor, if they go into fear, they become a dictator. And when they become a dictator, they're not concerned about how happy they are. They're only concerned about obedience. And this is what happens when someone moves from um, out of being the human, compassionate person they are into that. So that's a lot of what's going on there. They got a lot of fear. I feel like at the core that they're feeling out of control and they're fearing that they're going to get fired and terminated or that the company's going to close or get hit with it all. So they're really concerned. And so they're um, when it comes down to survival, we go into that survival mode. No one else matters. It's just them. Everyone's out for themselves. That's the kind of energy that comes in here with that. So try not to take it personally. You can look at your fears because whenever we encounter that stuff in the outside world, it's always for us, right? It's a mirror reflecting back to us. So I can ask myself, what are my issues? Why am I so nasty to myself? And then because if someone's nasty to me, it bothers me if I believe I deserve to be nasty to too, if that's a word. Have people be nasty to me, right? Otherwise, I'm like, oh, this isn't about me. Obviously, this is about them. I don't get upset about it because I realize, oh, this is them in fear, and it's, like I said, it's not about me. So hopefully that makes sense. And that's what they have for question number 1. Number 2, when is your next roll? All right. So you've got the King of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is about looking at your worth in relationship to the outside world in a different way. It's kind of this independent feeling too. It's kind of like a work from home type of energy, because the 9 is the hermit's journey, the pentacles is the outside world. So it's about being away from the world, working on your own. And the King of Wands is entrepreneur energy too, um, if that resonates. But there is this, the King of Wands is their energy. What I focus on grows and expands. And so we talk about energy all the time. The more you focus on what you're grateful for, and not what you feel is missing or wanting or fearing or hating, then this stuff comes in faster. Higher vibration moves faster, lower vibration moves slower. I'm gonna do one of these timing cosmic. These are cosmic timing, and there's another deck in here too. Um, so I like this. Um, I'm using you guys as guinea pigs to see, because I have timing and love oracles. I'm going to try to bring those in for everything, but you got in April. So this might work. We'll see. We'll see if that happens in April. That's what they're saying here. So I like that. And then you're asking, will it be within writing or production? Writing, you have the 3 of Wands, which is a change of direction that's coming in here. And when I asked about production, you've got the 9 of Wands that comes in here. It's like the production is blocked, the writing is also telling you a different direction. So with those, I would say that neither. I feel like it's something else. So interesting. So that's what's happening. And then let's look here. You want to know what they see for April here. Yeah, I tell you what. So you have the 7 of Pentacles, which is the last thing that grows on the fruit tree is the fruit. So there's this patience that comes in here, trusting this. But I do feel here that there's also this, here's the calling card, living your calling, the ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures. So we know that there's something like that coming in here for you. And you even have the 5 of Wands, which is a change of energy, moving from one way of, energy of fear into this energy of love and movement forward here. So I like all this. The energy on the bottom of the deck overall you have is the Empress, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture. What is it that you want to do? And just this reminder of jobs, that the goal is to have something that is not going to take a lot of your mental, emotional energies, and that it's you're working to prepare yourself for your dream, which is, I believe, is the legal field, becoming a lawyer and going to law school. So it's like, okay, all this stuff is just preparing me to be able to get to that point. Everything needs to be readjusted in your life to support that. It's like finding a compass and going, this is my true north. Anything that's not supporting that has got to go, so that you can, all the energy you have is all put into that, right? So I feel like that's what's coming in there for you, but so hopefully that resonates. But that's what they have for you, love 1234. So many blessings to you. All right, and we are to Jeep. So Jeep, your first donation. Thank you for your multiple donations, of course. Let's give that first one some love and a like. You want to know, will the trip to Italy go well if you travel? All right, let's take a look here. See what's going on with Italy. One and two and three. All right. All right. Yeah, I feel like overall it feels like it would go well. I mean, the underlying energy is the 5 of cups, which is it all depends on someone's perspective because the someone can cry over spilt over spilt cups, um, and others can look at, wow, what an opportunity, and they can go across the bridge and over here into this beautiful castle, and they see things differently, right? And yeah, even on the bottom of the deck, we've got, you can have joy and celebration with the 4 of wands, and the 7 of cups is look all the emotions that can be chosen. So it's going to be based on who you ask if they felt like, well, did the traveling go well? Because yeah, right. Yeah, 4 that's the 4 wands, right? The 4 different people together, and that makes total sense here too because you got the 4 cups. There's 3 people could choose one way and 1 person can choose another, but it's all about the emotional choices that people make. It's, emotionally stable here with the 4 of cups, but I feel like you're not gonna be able to please everyone. Yeah, yeah. Um And, definitely we've got, you've got the high priestess and the moon card, which is all about a lot of emotion that comes in here. But we have the queen of swords, which is balancing the head and the heart that comes in. So, it feels like um, you know, there um there's a choice of emotions and choosing that it went well, which tells me that they're not like, "Oh my god, no, it's gonna be horrible, don't do it." They're like, like with anything, it goes, there's obstacles. Like you said, the biggest obstacle is probably the cost, but, you're gonna have 4 different people who have 4 different expectations about how this is supposed to go. Where are this seats supposed to be? What are they supposed to serve on the plane? um you know when are we supposed to arrive? How are these people supposed to treat me? Blah 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 blah, right? And then you have someone going, I don't have any expectations, I'm just going to go for this adventure, they're going to have a blast. You have someone who has this long list of supposed to's and shoulds and need to's and have to's and musts. They're going to be like, it could have gone better. And you're like, yeah, you could have stayed home. so um so I feel like that the traveling will go well. They just want you to know that you have 4 different people with 4 different emotional choices, and, so, that's what's coming in there too. All right. Um, like, around this specific situation, around being, uh, as an adult and a father is, that you can't control what other people feel and think and experience. So you just, and that's for everyone, really. It's like you can't change other people's emotions and emotional choices. We can make it easier or harder by our we expressing fear or love, but ultimately you can give someone the world and they can still choose to be upset. And so it's like you going on a vacation with someone who wants to stay in the hotel room and be upset and pout. Well, okay, enjoy that. I'm going to go do this. I'll text you on the way back to see if you want any food because I'm going to stop at this restaurant and I'll pick you up something on the way back if you're hungry, So I feel like it's releasing your responsibility to everyone else. Your responsibility of a parent is to keep someone alive until they're old enough to care for themselves. And, emotionally, children develop from in the womb till 7 years old, mentally from 7 to 14. And then at 14 to 21, their physical body's developing, but they stop listening to you at 14. They start watching you in your life. you can't tell a teenager too much after 14 anything. Which if you've already gone through that, you'll know. If not, you'll know that they stop listening because the brain's developed. They got, I got all my stuff. Now I'm going to watch your life, and you can teach me through how you live, but you can't teach me through your mouth anymore. So that's what's coming in. All right. So hopefully that helps, Jeep. All right. So I like it. I like Italy for you, um, but it's all power of emotional choice. Right. So let's give your second one a love and a like here. So you're going to be renting a room, probably. Will it go well? All right. Let's take a look here. See what spirit wants you to know around renting a room here. All right. Yeah. it looks very positive here for you. Yeah. You got the King of Pentacles, which is, one of the most beneficial, solid for the outside world. And even underneath that, you've got the home card here with the Four of Pentacles. So they're basically saying that, yeah, it goes well here and it does unfold well. Oh, you're renting out. So you're not renting out one. Yeah. Well, it feels beneficial here. It feels like a very solid foundation. Yeah, there's a lot of energy with this Eight of Wands. And it's like, you've got the slowest moving knight out of them all, and then the Eight of Wands, which is a ton of fast movement. So things, get used to being like, if you are ever on a freeway where there's traffic and like you're like suddenly it goes and like yay, and then have to stop and go and stop and go and stop and go and stop. I just feel like there's patience is gonna need to be, you know, um, you know, important as you're going through here. You got the Nine of Cups, which is like a dream come true, so it feels very good there, and even the World card, which is victory, ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures. So, I don't know if you've ever had a kind of roommate kind of situation before, with not with non-family, if it's non-family, but it does take some balancing, that comes in here. So, it just takes some balance that comes in. It feels very positive here, though. Just, I feel like it's, you know, there's fast movement in this situation, and then it slows down, and then fast, and then slow, and then fast, and then slow. But ultimately, it comes out to be very beneficial for you with that King of Pentacles. So it feels very positive based on those cards. Yeah. So I don't have any, you know, it is important, of course, with the Three of Pentacles. It's about being true to our authentic selves and letting people be them, especially if they just got a divorce, they're going to be going through a life change, right? There's going to be, you know, stuff spewing out of their mouth and their energy and their actions. And so, just be aware that, you know, I feel like it's a nice haven for them, though. It's like a win-win type of situation that comes in here. So I like it. Again, the Knight of Pentacles on the bottom. Just, be patient with them as they're evolving through their, this roller coaster ride that they're on right now. That's also the ups and downs, right? That they're going through. So just know that, it's not going to be just this person that's all, hey, everybody, they're rah, 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 rah. Yeah, I feel like I like this ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures, because I feel like they're going to challenge your patience, because they are, going to be expressing some deep emotions. Um, and, their room becomes their haven. But since you're right outside that door, sometimes you get to experience them on their bad days, and I feel like one, it stretches you and your patience and your ability to be patient with them. But I also feel like you are able to see something about yourself and that you give them, you know, yeah, challenging. When you're around someone who doesn't want to be helped, which sometimes they're not going to want to be helped, but they're miserable. It's like your need to, like, your father kicks in wanting to help and be the hero, and it's like you're going to learn to let them be their authentic self, and I feel like you really tap into that nurturing part of yourself with it too. Um, which you just let them be them, and you're just a place of acceptance. It's a place of acceptance and safety for them, which I like because, yeah, yeah, right? So you've been there, and so um, and I feel like some of the stuff they're going through maybe bubbles up some stuff that you've stuffed down, so that helps you release it. But in the long run, I feel like it's more allows you to let go of control of feeling like you have to make someone's life better, and that you can just allow them to be, and you can just be as well, in that, if that makes sense. So I like that. So that's what they have for that one for you, Jeep. And then for your third one, let's give that a love and a like there. So you have two published videos on TikTok. All right, and the outcome. All right. Let's take a look here. So TikTok one, okay. And then TikTok two. TikTok, TikTok. Let's go, let's go, let's go. All right. All right. Well, they feel like they will both do well, because you've got this, the strength card and the eight of wands. Both of these are eights, which is flowing here. So I feel like there's just it comes out of nowhere with this eight of wands. It's just like, here it comes, and so this energy hits here. Um, I don't know why the eighth is standing up here. Maybe it's 8 days, 8 weeks. It just feels like it just starts flowing out of nowhere, which is what happens with videos. Sometimes they'll just when you read up on videos and all that kind of social media stuff, you realize they're like, don't ever give up on a video, because and don't remove it, because suddenly it just hits and takes off. And so I feel like that the first one comes out of nowhere. The second one, you have the Queen of Pentacles with the Ten of Wands, which these coming together, look at the harvest they have. This is, again, Queen of Pentacles is a new birth and harvest and things. So these feel very positive cards coming in here. That they'll do well. Um, with these energies here. I feel like the second one does better than the first one with the energies of both of these, because the second one does feel like it's more um, expansive there. Um, and definitely, if you read up on TikTok, and with TikTok, you know, profit from them. The second one, I feel like you'll profit more from the first one. I feel like the first one with the Leo energy is being seen, being seen, being seen, you know. So this more is about, being seen, and the second one is more of where I feel like that might you might get funds from those that kick in. Oh, the second is a rap song on Swedish. Yeah, so that might really that might really go out. And if you haven't looked at into because they're kind of just telling me, if you look at videos and on how to promote on TikTok and different things like that, it's about sharing it out there too, especially in the beginning, till you get a following, is important. I know, like in Instagram, it's the use of hashtags, and YouTube has its own algorithms, and TikTok has its own stuff. So really, just looking into that can help you as well with that. Just even on YouTube, how to make your TikToks be seen more, right? And how to do those. So I like it. All right. So that's what they have for that one, Jeep. All right, and we'll be to your fourth one here in a moment. I'm gonna step out here and complete Brenda. So Brenda, thank you so much for your donation and for your unicorn horse. I always love that. So general, you'd like a general and a love between Eric and you. Thoughts, feelings, and plans for him towards you and your relationship. All right, let's take a look here. Let's see what's going on here. Energy update on Eric and you. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Wow. I love the bottom of the bottom of the deck is just like this whole story in itself, which we'll look at here because you've got, let me put them in order how they came out here. So you have the Hanged Man coming in, which the Hanged Man is transformation and, like a butterfly moving to, um, you know, um, a caterpillar move into a butterfly. It's the transformation, it's the transition, and all that's coming in. I like it. The other Wheel of Fortune, abundance, movement forward, the fates wheel turning, and even your human, of course, is all about this. How it unfolds, they're all about this is for me, because that's the tune of for you, the fortune. So 2 major arcana, and then the 3rd major arcana, the full card, a brand new adventure free from those things. So, um, from our when I say those things, in my head, it was the supposed tos, the shoulds, the need tos, the have tos, the musts. There's, like, the no restrictions, the possibilities. It's like a little kid going into a candy store, or how a little child looks at the world. Anything is possible. It's like a bright, bright future. And you have the Hierophant, which the Hierophant commitment, right? Even marriage, with that card is a possibility that comes in there. And you've got the Page of Pentacles and the Page of Cups, enhanced and higher love and enhanced experiences with the Pentacles too, in the outside world, new worth, new abundance. So all of those cards coming in, I mean, all these major arcana and then 2 pages are like boom, just amazing there. So I love those. Hey Elaine, yeah, you can do a super chat. I should be able to I'm going to be on for about 15 more minutes, and I probably should get through the donations here. And for all you guys waiting for your free readings, thank you for your patience. If I don't get them done in this session, then I will be back later this afternoon to finish those out too. All right, let's see what comes in here. Yeah. So on both sides of these, you got the Queen of Pentacles, who would be like you, the nurturer. She's got cups also behind her. And the King of Swords, he's a big thinker. So I like this that you guys are unique enough with, that you're different on how you approach things. He's really in his mind more. Is he an air sign? We've got the King of Swords, right? Who rolls over the sword suit, gets a second portion of swords. So they're the master of thinking and those things. And the Queen of Pentacles. And so there's this great, togetherness here. And I like how, you kind of turn inward towards, the relationship here. They look like they're focused on the future and the forwardness of things and the transformation of things. And I like this. There's, just solid. The 8 of Cups is they're leaving behind emotions that don't serve them, headed off to the 9 of Cups. So this is emotionally they're leaving things behind, and they're going through this transformation, which we've talked about, where they're leaving behind their the Wands energy of fear, lower vibration fear energy, and moving into higher vibration which is all about the love, 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 and unconditional love. So definitely, it's such a big transformation that's happening here, and I like all that for you here. Even the 3 of Pentacles came flying out of the deck just now. Being true to your authentic self, and I feel like you both are allowing each other the space to be true to yourselves while also, um, you know, having this togetherness, this transformation, this, it's almost they just showed me in my mind like 2 plants that are next to each other that are flowers, and they have this beautiful, what do they call it when they, cross pollinate? That's funny. We're not gonna get, you know, private here, but it's the sharing of each other's beingness that creates this beautiful hybrid, that comes in, and I love that, because I feel like you both draw each other to a different place in your lives in a very positive way. So that's what's coming through. Let me see. Did that answer your question? Just in general, thoughts, feelings, and plans for him. Yeah, I feel like that kind of sums it up, right? All right, Brenda, that's what they have for you, my dear. Thank you again for your donation. I appreciate that. All right, and then Jeep, your fourth donation here. Thank you so much for those multiple donations. Let's give that a love and a like. And you want to know about stock investments, the outcome, of course. Disclaimer: I am not a financial wizard. I'm not a licensed professional for finance or any of those things. Of course, the disclaimer in the video description talks about, tarot is designed for entertainment purposes only. Everyone ultimately must make their own decisions, right? All right. So, 2 stock investments. Investment 1, investment 2. All right. Well, I like the bottom of the deck. You got the Page of Pentacles, which is about new abundance coming in. So that seems good. All right. Investment 1. Let's see what investment 2. All right. Investment 1 feels like it takes a little bit longer for you to see the outcome that comes in here with the Hanged Man. The Chariot card is victory, it is movement, and it is power of choice. So something that's important with the with anything, we talk about energy, right? And so the power of choice, what story do I put to it? What emotion do I choose? What energy am I putting forward? What physical actions I'm taking? Those I can own. And the more you focus on gratitude for how things are going, the greater they get. If we focus on where they're falling short, what's not happening, what I'm fearing, those types of things, right? That slows it down. It makes the growth smaller. So with this, chariot card, it is about, focus on, if you can, having gratitude over, um, how things are going, how things are going, how things are going. So, um, I like that because that's in your control. That one grows slower though, based on current energy. The more gratitude you have around it, the faster it will grow too. The second one, I just feel here, you've got you got the Sun card and the Nine of Pentacles. So the second one definitely has a lot of you know, abundance that comes in with that one there. And you have the 10 of Swords too. I just feel like this letting go of the supposed tos and the shoulds and the need tos and the have tos around it. It is the letting go of the fear around the stocks, which I love that I feel like this is a result of how well that does. You're like, okay, this isn't as scary as I thought it would be. So I like that. Number one, slower moving, but focus on gratitude. Number two, focus on gratitude. I feel it grows a lot faster and has a lot of great abundance that comes in with the second stock. So that is what is coming in for you right now with those. So best of luck with your investments. So so that is that one there. Thank you again for your donation. Right, and then I'll have Mia, and then Elaine. Those will be my last 2 donations that'll probably end this session, and I'll come back later. "Hey, Vogue, no, I didn't, get to your question." I'll be back in about t 2.5 hours, and I will finish out the free readings then. I'll also be back tonight and tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, and then also Saturday and Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Mountain. But I will come back on later and have a special session where I complete out the free readings. So I'll be back then. All right. So, Mia, thank you for your additional donation. And let me give that some love and a like here. So, you want to know what impact did your letter have on F's life in regards to any third party he might have? All right, let's take a look here and see. What does Spirit want you to know? All right. All right. So, we've got the high priestess coming in here. So it definitely, the high priestess steps away out of the chaos and connects higher, goes behind the veil, dives deep into the emotions. And we even have the 5 of Cups, which, they're looking at some of their past disappointments and past emotions and, their emotional choices. And we've got this Leo energy that's coming in here too, which is so all this is really turned them inward because this represents like their higher self, right? So, the impact that you had on them, it does have them looking at their lives and does have them looking at what's going on with them, emotionally. Even got the Temperance and the 6 of Wands. The Temperance is balancing patience, and with the 6 of Wands, there is this flow of energy that comes in about being seen and standing out. And the Temperance card, is again kind of this slowing down of their life where they're in this pocket of just trying to understand themselves. Because that High Priestess, even on the bottom of the deck, they've got the Judgment card, which is this calling of their higher self to see their life from a different perspective. And, it definitely has made them think about things. The 5 of Swords is the conflict between their head and their heart, and them wondering where they're investing all of their energy in their life. And even the Page of Swords had come out, which is about seeing things from a different perspective. The 9 of Cups on the bottom of the deck is about dreams come true and what is this emotional fulfillment to look like. And they have a lot of struggle. I mean, I think here's another 5 that showed up. So they got 5 fives or 3 5s. Yeah, so they got 3 5s that came in here, which is all about transformation, all about change, all about what does something mean? What does dream come true really like? And I do feel like, you know, with any kind of third party situation, with you sharing what you have, I know they're going through a lot and they have a lot going on inside of them. I think we've talked about that before. That seems familiar. That they're really trying to figure out what it is that would make them happy and fulfilled. And they've had all these other things that have happened in their life that are supposed to make them feel good and make them feel full in their life. But I just feel like because so many things have not, um, you know, all of that, you know, just kind of kicks in with all that, right? And so they're learning that. So that's what they have for you. I just feel like they're on their inner journey and they're just trying to understand, what does all this mean? Why am I not feeling fulfilled? And you're sharing this information with them, and I just feel like they're like, is that is that what would make me happy? But I've had all this stuff, it hasn't made me happy. Just feel like they're in this, big at this point in their life right now, in this big reflective pool going on inside their emotions in their head. So hopefully that makes sense. But that's what's coming in, Mia Mia. So many blessings to you. All right. Thank you again for your donation. And I think so, Elaine, you will be my last reading for this session. Let me give that a love and a like, and I'll tell everybody here after I'm done how everything else is going to work. So thank you so much. I appreciate that donation. All right. Hey, hey. So, Elaine, so what did the interviewer think about you yesterday? You think you did okay, but what were his thoughts and will they call me back? All right, let's take a look here. So, what was the interviewer's impression and will they contact you back? All right, let's take a look here. I think they will. Let's take a look here. Yeah, all right. So, as far as calling you back, the bottom of the deck, you've got here. Um, oh, sorry, I thought you were talking to me. Yeah, so we've got the 9 of Cups, which is dreams come true. You even got the World card underneath, which is victory and ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures. When I asked about the, you know, will they call you back? We've got this 9 of Pentacles, which is again abundance and things unfolding there. And then the 9 of Wands, which is whatever's been holding you back before. There's this movement forward. I mean, you've got 3 nines. So 999, a very beautiful, energy that with all that, it's the hermit's journey, but there's all this, it's the endings and beginnings energy with the world card too. So very synchronistic. Might even look up angel number 999 and see what additional message comes in there for you there. How they thought of you, though, I like that um, the Queen of Cups is the master of emotion. So I feel like that you expressed what we would call in the corporate world emotional intelligence. So you presented yourself well, you showed that you had empathy and compassion, while at the same time you also exude um yeah. I feel like I think you were real and they saw that and they understand. People interviewing when we stumble over stuff, they're like, you're interviewing, we know. Because I used to interview people for the corporation I was at and was part of our job as being managers and oh my god, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of people I interviewed over 20 years and you realize you take everything, with a grain of salt. But they showed here the Knight of Cups that they liked you. The Knight of Cups is movement of emotion, and so it wasn't a bad thing. And the Page of Swords too. They saw here that you're open-minded, you're trainable, you like to learn. I feel like you communicated these things during the interview that, they saw as, all right, you're open-minded and you're open-hearted. It's like you're flexible, you're willing to learn. So all this energy coming in here, it's just the best of both worlds. Because there's when a company is interviewing people, they'll usually look at are you do you have the customer service? Do you have the emotional intelligence to be able to work with people and work with customers? Do you have that? Because that sometimes can't be taught. You either have it or you don't. You can, people who treat customers and other people poorly, it just they end up most of the time most people can't change and they've either have it or they don't. Then there's the ability to learn or not and have the mental capacity to do the job and do all that and they felt you had both of them, which is perfect. So I like that. So that is what's coming in here. I feel like it's you know a positive outcome with these, even though you feel you stumbled. Which they want humans, as well. So they're like, I just feel like with that King of Cups, there was this movement too. Yeah, so it feels very positive based on the current energy that's coming in there. I like it. I like it. Yeah, let's see timing. I'm going to use one of the cosmic timing oracle cards. Whoops. And I'm going to be a guinea pig real quick here, and then I need to head out. Yeah. They said, look at the bottom of the deck. You got next week. Literally, literally. Call next week. I love it. All right. So that is what they have for you, Elaine. I like it. All right. And for everyone else, let me take screenshots real quick here of the free reading. So I will be back. Let's see, I'm going to have about an hour with my Praying Mantis members. And then, so it'll be 1 to 2. And then I need to eat and run an errand. It'll probably be like 2.5 hours is probably when I'll be back to finish out or to start the free readings. I did not get to any of the free readings. So thank you guys for your patience. It is how I make my living. So, and how I'm able to continue to do this. So thank you guys so much for all the donations, but I do honor my community and I love to provide the free readings because I know not everyone is able to donate. So that's why I like to come back on. And so thank you guys for your patience in doing that. I will, after I'm done, when I come back, I will post a comment on the end of the video that will list the order in which the readings were completed so that you'll be able to find your free readings easily or more easily. Okay. Sorry, just focusing, making sure I'm not missing anyone here. Grab that one, almost done here. All right. And then right here, boom. All right. Yeah, thank you, Elaine. I would love to hear it if you get that. In the meantime, if you guys want additional messages while you're waiting for me to return, I do have a pilgrimage meditation with a pick a card on there that talks about what does the sun reveal as it shines upon your life. Also, we had a Libra full moon eclipse, and here's the pick a card for that that tells you how to make the most of that full moon energy we had on Monday. And of course, we're right in the middle between eclipses, so eclipse season is upon us. This has a little eclipse guide on how to make the most of your eclipse energy, and of course, a pick a card. Also, I have a podcast, if you guys don't know. Those of you that hear all the time go, yeah, we know, we hear it all the time. But From Chaos to Cozy is the name of it. Here's the playlist link so you can catch up on those. And last Sunday, we had The Power of Choice is the one that came out. And of course, if you guys have listed those, here's the equinox 3-month forecast for each individual zodiac sign. So you can get some good information there, as well as if you're an Aries sun baby, happy birthday to you. And here is a link to a pick a card for everyone, but there's a bonus birthday reading for Aries sun babies. And then lastly, I do offer life purpose readings. It's a new reading that I rolled out at the beginning of March, and they're still half off for a few more days until the end of March. So if you're interested in any of that, check it out. All right. All right, everybody, I'm out. I will see you guys in a couple hours, 2.5 hours probably. Till then, remember every second of every day of your life, you are unconditionally loved by the mother and the father of all things, our creator. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you again, much love to you. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. Enjoy the rest of your day or your night, wherever you're at in the world, and we'll see you soon.